I'm up and about. Noah Anderson and the Gold Coast Suns are now my fourth team and favourite player. Daisy, what do we got on the program?
Am I reading this correctly? Special guest Buddy Franklin. ... What does that mean?
There's a special guest on the program, and we have another one, Walshy, who's kicking snags for 24 hours.
Round 2 race call. Oh, it was electric. So please stay tuned and listen.
Nobby is back, and so are the boys. Tune in. Big show. Can we go 2 from 2 on the Propeller? You'll see our selections very soon. Noah Anderson put the fucking world on my shoulders, Daisy. 31 disposals, yep. 31 on prime time Sunday night. What an absolute classic. Plenty of energy from you, Wal. Welcome back to the podcast. Me dead. Do we have a big show? And I'm going to go again on Sunday because I'm feeling hot. The new Prophet Propeller $1.80 league. Pointsbet will be cancelling that segment soon because we are running red hot. And I tell you what, that Monday show, didn't the ratings just dip this week, boys? Nope. You got ahead of yourselves. Mate. All the shows have been just consumed on the ones I've been on. TFG Tuesday, off to a fly with Jessica Cameron this week. We are back.
Wal's coming dressed as the couch.
I'm metamorphosed into the couch.
Thing, is it?
Welcome, Tommy.
Thanks
for coming.
Morgs. I come in hot and you boys, what are you at a funeral? You're allowed to talk.
Wait,
show some energy. What happened to your hand, by the way? Daisy's blood all over it.
Where?
The blood. I thought I saw some blood. Anyway, there'll be plenty of blood in the room in a second because we'll be absolutely flying when Nobby's race call comes. You know what? There's no point talking about anything else because it's my favourite segment and I just heard he's at the door. So why don't we just welcome Nobby with a bit more energy than that?
Hello, Nobby.
Great to see you.
What about the feedback from week 1, Nobby? What about the feedback from week 1?
We'll get the mic right today, but no, it's good to be back in. And geez, imagine doing a race call at a funeral, boys. It's I don't know if you'd be doing one of them, but we'll do one here today. And it was a great entrance there, Tommy.
If you did do a race call at the funeral, I know the finish.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, yes, you're right. You'll be dead last. But
are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. And geez, we had some good feedback from the clubs. It was clear that they watched the race call last week. Some responded, some got ahead of themselves, and it's be interesting to see how we come into this week's call, guys. So
you really, I must say, North Melbourne fans wouldn't be happy with you. You said they missed the 10. They look like they're going to make the top 4.
Yeah, well, we do touch on that too, and some other ones sort of really sort of looked into it and said if Nobby's calling us home, then we're just going to take the foot off the pedal, and it was at their peril too.
Have you upped the ante on the amount of football that you're watching?
Yeah, absolutely. So Tommy looked over the script yesterday. We just had to move a few magnets around. Actually, I didn't see some omissions from certain clubs.
So this is proved by Tommy.
Yeah, exactly right. So
nothing gets past Tommy.
You went to the bride last week for some feedback beforehand.
Yeah, well,
was she happy?
Yeah, she just shakes her head and said, "What's this idiot doing?" But no. So we've sort of aligned everything today, and look, it's an exciting round ahead. Albeit, we will touch on this too, guys. Four teams not playing this week. Like,
oh, yeah. Well, you know what? We better not ask me questions because it'll ruin the call. But, mate, Nobby, the floor is yours.
Well, they're about to jump, guys. All set. Gates crashed back and they're well and truly up and going in season 26. How good was it to have a full card in front of us for round 1? Carlton got there narrowly over Richmond. Not a game to remember unless you're the goal umpire doing a beep test beyond the goals looking for Tommy Lynch's long ball. Hawthorn may as well have sent Box Hill there to cover the line against Essendon and get the rubbish off primetime Friday night, please, fellas. The Bulldogs are gone bang again and dropped a double knee into their arch rivals, the Giants at Marvel. Fair dinkum, who would have thought the Bont would have had 30 and 3 when you choose to let him run free? You should have pulled his hair again, Toby. Nothing else seemed to work, you idiot. Geelong with a fast finish against Fremantle after Chris got fired up at quarter time. Gee, Bucks hasn't seen a spray like that since Mick Malthouse left the Lexus Centre in 2011, Daisy. Give it to him. Then Sydney under the radar got the better of Brisbane. Can someone up there please help Oscar Allen get a win for once, the poor bastard? Adelaide stuck it up the Magpie Army and North Melbourne have arrived. Geez, it looks like Clarko got him in pre-game and said, don't listen to that idiot with a shit haircut on the propeller looking to get us out of this football club. 10th spot. This football club stands for more than that. Gee, got him fired up. Melbourne supporters had bigger grin post-game than Jakey Malskin when he flares those pearly white chompers. And look at the Gold Coast. My God, Petraka could serve up a raw chicken thigh on his cooking show and he'd still be in the votes at the moment. 100 to go and we turned around to, there's 4 sides with a week off already and it's not even April. Jesus, CFMEU must be right in this fixture. More days off than a union construction site. But we've got the Hawks over Sydney and no Sam Mitchell won't be watching the game from a scissor lift. Port Adelaide might need to dial in those tarps again to cover the empty seats against Essendon. What a blockbuster that reads. As they hit the line, someone cut the cord on Ross Lyon's coach's phone. Fair dinkum. I've spent my fair share of time on the bench. That's not where we need Nasai late in the piece. And one more tip from Nobby. Let's take Kangaroos going across the Nullarbor this week. That's it for round 2. Bang!
Bang!
So, boys, Clarko wasn't happy. That's why we said they're going to go the Nullarbor this week. I think they were, $2, $3 this week. So that's my tip of the round.
Oh, you're in.
You're in.
Yeah, so I'm having a good crack at them this week, just so Clarko doesn't come for me throat next week.
That was your best effort.
Yeah,
amazing.
So, all good, guys.
It's like Clarko's living in your head. The only one you fumbled was North Melbourne jokes. Everything else
I did
just
fumble
pristine.
that one too because he's rent
Living in
free
your
very
head,
much
living in your
too.
driveway.
I'll start. The raw chicken thigh would still have him in the votes. And
Mickey
then throw
Moldhouse at the Lexus Centre.
I was keen to look at Daisy when I said that one
the beak
too.
test.
Cost him 3 flags actually. Yeah,
the
beep test is a good
ball.
yeah, the beak test. Obviously, Tommy Lynch missed. What do you have? Nearly 9 shots. I averaged 9 touches a game in my career, so I'm not going to be pointing fingers. But hopefully, he bounces back.
And the last one, Oscar Allen, obviously leaving a club that was starved of winning.
That was a good reminder. Yeah, he cannot get a win, can he? If he go?
He's going to need a Strepsil when he sings his first song for the first time in 4 years. There's no doubt about that. But,
He's going to need a Strepsil. Oh, mate, that is very good. That is very good. Well, we'll put that up. The new Instagram account, though, make sure you get around that, everybody. We've just started that one. That's off to a flyer, and we'll get plenty of feedback.
What is it?
Nobby's Race Calls. It's on Instagram there. We'll collab on the post, but Nobby's Race Calls. We'll get it up on YouTube if you're watching. And mate, awesome start.
And that's get the feedback going. Like, what's your favourite part of the call? Because let's explore those. Because you're a bloody funny bastard.
DMs.
Equally, when I trip one up like North, don't be afraid to drop an E into me as well, guys, because we throw enough out here. So, I look forward to some feedback and see you next week, fellas.
On your
Nobby.
Nobby.
What up, mate? Outstanding.
See you, pal. Good man.
Outstanding. Am I swapping seats, gentlemen? Give us a thumbs up. I am. Okay. Well done, Nobby. How good is he?
Best yet.
It's fun, that segment. I love it. And if you want to check it out on Instagram, as I said, Nobby's Race Calls, go give it a follow. And I think what we'll do is we'll put up a story on that account and we'll get some feedback of your favourite and your worst take.
Yeah.
And then people can rip him when he comes in and also get right around him.
Or drop in what you want.
Yeah,
Like
talk
who
about
you
it,
want him to
segment or
clip.
something,
Yeah.
That's actually good. Help him do his research. So because he does it on a Tuesday night, he starts to write the script and then he refines
What's
it
this?
Wednesday.
You have to proofread his script?
No, he just sends it to me and says, you got any jokes? And I'll flick him a couple that I
Because you're a
like.
funny bastard.
No, I'm not funny at all. I just like to see him succeed. Early in the piece, you got to start strong.
Yeah, no.
Be like the Prophet Propeller. You got to start strong.
Good
Whoa.
segue.
Great segue.
Yeah, what about that? I mean, I'm glad I was at O'Rourke's wedding all weekend and I missed most of the last quarters because it sounded like
Never in doubt.
Nick Watson needed one with a minute to go. Lachie Neale he's a
was
machine,
nowhere
isn't he? What do you
halfway
need?
through the
7
last,
in 7
yeah.
minutes. Talk to me about your legs quickly because I missed them.
Well, the Wizard needed 3 touches with 3 minutes on the clock.
That's crazy.
And he got a handball, and then kicked 2 goals in the last 2 minutes.
That's
He kicked one on the siren.
Yeah,
didn't he?
Finished with 17, I think it was.
a bit weak from you. Should have went 17.
I should have gone more, a bit more aggressive, a bit more
And
hot sauce.
Lachie Neale didn't have a great outing. I think he was 20 touches at 3/4 time, so thereabouts, but then didn't get a touch for the first 10 or 15 minutes in that last quarter. So I was stressing big time after a big Friday night, but then come home with a wet sail, got his touches, ended up with 29 and happy days.
You were at a wedding, so you would have had the scaries come Sunday 4:40.
Oh, mate, everyone ripping me. Has this bloke slept? Has he done that? It's like I fucking hadn't stopped all week. My voice is broken on the Thursday. We're doing hotline on the Thursday night at the show 6 a.m. Friday
MC
morning.
at the wedding?
MC at the wedding. And then I've let me hair down at the recovery and I've been woken. You've got to get out of the Airbnb at 11, driving back from an hour and a half away. And all the anxious and anxiety and
The
nerves
head
around,
noise.
just around the leg. I was
Yeah.
like, why did I pick Sunday? Why did I go like 31 disposals? There's a lot of touches when you think about it. Even when he was on 18, I'm like, he still needs to not have a bad quarter.
But he had 12 in the first. Surely you go,
Yeah,
okay,
no.
he's
that
on-
was
he's
what
on
I
one.
like. That was kind of like if he didn't have that, I almost missed. Like he had to have a big first, or it was all over.
He got torched a couple of times late in the third, I reckon it was. It's like, oh, geez, is that going to cost you?
What about when he got crunched late? And
Yeah.
then it comes
Well,
through the
what about
airways.
you guys? So I was delayed watching on KO. So you're about a 25 sec. So he's been fended off, and all the WhatsApp goes, oh no, and I'm going, what's he been injured? He's been injured on 29, and then it's like, oh, he's been fended off. So complete overplay from you blokes. And then I read I think the day after he had a concussion test in the last quarter that he passed.
Yeah, he got absolutely
Yeah,
mixed.
so that would have been a disaster.
Well
Anyway.
done, though.
Yeah,
we
well
hit
done.
finally
We
one
finally
of,
hit.
what is that? Well, I said one of 26
One
on
of
Monday.
29 I'm reading here
Oh.
on the run sheet. But what about our man, I was wondering, Blakey, thank you so much for being a good sport and a funny bastard. Love that you ripped me. Get him a fucking Barocca. That actually got me up and about.
That was good.
But yeah, we can't wait. We're going to drop the cash off next week. They have their season launch, so hopefully you boys are around.
Oh.
But we'll head down there with a big check. It's their season launch. You guys can maybe rock off who comes. I know you're both busy, but no, we'll all definitely be there. And
I won, so Walshy he'd go.
yeah, well, one of you need to come down. It'd be good to have both of you down there. It's only an hour away.
The Butler
here.
might have to finish.
But we'll be down there with a big check, and they got their season launch. So we thought it's best to do it then because we've got a few other things on. So that's perfect timing. All right, let's get to Aces in the Wild. I haven't looked at these yet, so let's get straight to it.
Well, the good news is Wal's kicking us off, so you don't have to look at it just yet.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
fan feedback, and these are some of the positive ones. We've gone from the negative sort of side of things, but we had a good weekend. First one from Jolie95 from Instagram. If anyone could fuck it up, and we are pointing to our man Tommy, who had that last leg, but you didn't. So
Yeah, good on you,
Jolie.
Jolie.
Yeah.
thanks for putting him under the pump. Mate.
These all come from the one leg to go post. DT Jacket 7. Wow, I'm heartbroken. I don't know what's going to happen to Noah, but something will. Us will crash on the way to ground, snap leg. Sage time.
Sage time.
Not a whole lot of confidence in the lads, was there?
DT jackets,
And
yeah.
this is from Doles Royce after we had
Dolly.
won the propeller. About frickin' time. He did swear. I'm just trying to swear less. Hopefully good signs for things to come in 2026. Hurry up and land on St. Paul's so we can get amongst the cash for our footy trip.
Nice.
There you go. Doles Royce. I got one here from Source Waters. Unreal effort, lads. One for the good guys. It's all positive, is it? I like a few negative ones. What else we got, Daisy?
Well, the Kane show's gone serious set of teeth, but one of the best characters.
Oh, yeah, right.
Who's he talking about?
Tommy.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Tommy's responded with, might buy some new veneers.
Yeah. Well, I
And
thought Wal put the money on. Can we talk about that? Our punters club? I
and-
said put it on the propeller.
Nah, into
Because
the stock
the-
market. Straight into the stock
And
market.
you straight into drone land. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what we'll just
Drone
wait
Land's
and see.
purchased some new drones and he's put it into private equity or something like that.
I didn't. When did the
Anyway,
discussion that
next
you were
segment.
I missed that.
Last week we missed,
Yeah.
and then he goes, I forgot to send you the cash train. I'll put it on this week. I
Oh,
said,
right.
put it on the propeller. That was early in the piece.
Mhm.
But third round of footy, I thought it was round 3,
And anyway,
It can happen.
Fugazi.
Yeah.
And the
It's a
Kane
Wazzy,
show
it's a
said, keep the
Woolsey, it's
OG. Well, I a bit of feedback. Love the support, but I think it's funny when you rip us. So maybe get back into a ripping
keep it
state.
positive.
Continue to rip Wall and Daisy, and I'll read them out next week.
Ferberger mustn't have had credit this week.
Yeah, I'll tell you why, because they've got no forward line. Big checkers behind check. How's he going at the Demons, hey? Maybe you should have kept him in the forward line, old Fergberg. Anyway, we'll get back to you later in the piece.
In your
It's
head.
time to some breaking news. And there's some news brewing, and who better to break it than the best brewers in the business, Inglewood Coffee. It's time to spill the beans, and it's time to talk about one of the greatest of all time returning to the local paddock.
Yes.
Buddy Franklin is making his return, boys.
This is incredible.
Scary.
This is incredible. What a great thing he's doing going back to his junior club. What did he play? 350 plus games, over 1,000 goals. Imagine him just being your local plumber or old knackers who's going to just wander out and be like, Lance.
Oh, imagine having to
Yeah,
play
there
against
you go.
him. He
Yeah.
looks fit as well.
Yeah,
You
which
know, when
is
you see
great.
his podcast clips with Croft, he looks very fit.
Under over how many?
I think he'll kick 8.
Okay.
8.5 would be my line.
I'll go 9.5.
Tommy Hawkins kicked 4 when he returned to the old Melburnians.
I kicked
That was
5 for
Navafa.
parade.
Did you?
So would you say 8.5 would be an
Well, if I'm
appropriate
kicking
line?
5, buddy should kick 20.
Depends on the ball use.
Yeah,
Are they
this is
good?
true.
Are they a good team?
Well, we'll find out. As you know, I like to go out of my way. When someone like Buddy Franklin returns to local football, I do my best work and I go out and get the big dogs on the podcast.
Buddy's on.
So we
Buddy's
have Buddy
here. Got Buddy.
Franklin's opponent joining us
Ah,
live.
yes.
Joshy Reeves. How are you, Joshy?
Yeah, not too bad. What about yourself?
Oh, come on, Joshy.
Nah.
You sound like you're a bit nervous.
You sound like you just figured out you're playing on Buddy Franklin.
I've been told you're going to be double teaming him. I don't want to give away the game plan, but what's the noise like? It must be a fascinating as kind of operation having Buddy Franklin just play against you.
We didn't really think it was going to happen. There was sort of rumours for a fair while it was going to occur. And then about a week ago, we sort of thought, well, they'd be advertising it by now. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's on.
Has anyone ever got a hold of you? Has someone kicked the bag on you?
Multiple.
That's good.
Oh.
How did the coach go about explaining that you're playing against him? Like, what was the, did you have your meeting, your review meeting or something, and his name got thrown up on the board, or?
It's just country footy, Mitch. None of that really sort of occurs. A few beers and we're fine.
Right, I'll sit back down.
Yes.
How many's Buddy going to kick? What's the when you walk off the field, what would the club be happy with?
I suppose anything under 10's a pass, but more like 13 or something like that.
13.
Are you going to run any of this chirp to him that you've given while just sat him back down a couple of times?
Not one word.
Have you got anyone that plays alongside you that's good on the lip that'll get stuck into him?
Yeah, Brad Bromley will have a bit to say. Yeah, he'll be into it for sure. And the bloke that probably will play on him, Corey Taylor, he's a bit of a different sort of creature, so he might try and just weed him out.
A different sort of creature.
I like
What
that.
kind of creature
Tommy's a bit of a different sort of creature.
Well, good luck with the big game coming up. Hopefully you don't get put on a card or a highlight reel and Buddy's not taking hangers on you. And just a bit of advice from Cale Hooker. If Buddy takes off down the wing, don't chase him.
Cheers, fellas.
Well, there you go, boys.
Some of our finest
One of the
work.
great chats.
Yeah.
One of the great chats of all
Can't believe
time.
it.
Talking about flogging a dead horse.
Where did you get your mail from?
That was straight from the fans on Instagram.
So somebody's come to you and said, "Hey, give old Knackers a call."
I should screen. Oh, get it up for me.
Talk about
Morgs.
serving
I'll
half
give you.
volleys though, and just
Yeah.
there you go. Take it where you want to take
No,
it.
that's all right. All the very best to
Josh and the boys.
Joshy and
To
the
change the
boys.
tune, though, a little bit of me here. I don't know. I think you boys spoke about it Monday, but North Melbourne, are you starting to see the vision? I said they'd win the first 4 games. It was my boldest
It
prediction. Everyone called me a clown. They're 1 down. They've got West Coast. They've got Essendon and Carlton. Starting to think Essendon is the hardest one out of the 4.
You're 25% of the way there, Tommy. So we're good.
Sorry, yes.
Well, West Coast is an absolute lock.
Yeah.
So there's 50%.
Oh, good call. Good research. Well done. Again, we can't really tip the hat just yet because we're only a quarter of the way through your prediction.
We got enough love though for
No, they
Melbourne
haven't,
North because they were bloody good. 46-point win against the side who, well, I expected to still beat them, and they were dominant from go to woe. But well done to you for finding them, Tommy, because this might just be the year. We spoke a lot about the pressure that the coach is going to be under and what they need to do. They need to win games of footy. They need to learn how to win, and it looks like they've taken big steps forward. Although, as we say, small sample size.
And I'm very impressed by the skipper too, Nick Larkey. I saw some vision inside the rooms. He was talking about trying to get the lads up before they ran out to play, and it just feels authentic. It feels like he's the right person to be leading that team, and he came out and kicked his bag of 5, I think he kicked, which is a great outing. And it's going to be off the back of those kind of performances that's going to, make sure that your tip is correct.
He's a real character, Nick Larkey.
Oh, and he's a ripper.
His impersonations are first rate.
Oh, he's all class.
You've had him on.
We've had him on a couple of times. Yeah.
He's all class. I love when he does purple.
But the Bombers, before we get to the big news, do you want to renege on the bet that you made? So for anyone that doesn't know, Tommy had left Collingwood out of his top 10 prediction and put Essendon in. After what we saw on Friday night, Thomas, I offered you a one-time only cash out.
He's giving me a cash out.
To the value of
He's turning the
$1,500.
Daisy's book. It's Daisy's books.
I'm a freeloader here because I win either way. Because I'm coming away on holiday.
We'll get you. We'll get him hammered and he'll be getting the credit card out of the anyone ever know.
$3,500 worth of travel you've put on the line.
Yeah, I'm confident, man. I'm
On the back of what?
Listen, it's been 1 week. What did you see from Hawthorn against the Giants? Repeat to me what happened.
They had the second most forward half turnover points for.
They got smacked. They come out and they beat the Dons. Okay, it's
good
been
fashion?
1 week.
So
If Essendon
you were
smack-
happy with what you saw?
If they get smacked by Port, I'll be sitting here getting a bit nervous. But Collingwood aren't going
it's
too
a
well.
one-time cash out.
What? No way, man. If anything, let's double it down. Let's double it down.
You want to double 7,000?
Not yet. I need to see.
Let's quadruple it down.
Not yet. But I'm still, mate, it's been 1 week.
You just mentioned North v Essendon. Who wins that game?
I like North.
You're an eternal optimist.
You can't sit there and tell me you're happy with Collingwood's forward line.
I'm happier with what Collingwood have done over the first 2 weeks, including one victory, which is now ahead of
Essendon's
Essendon.
only played once.
Yeah, and they got smacked
Yeah, well,
and didn't look
40
like it.
scoring shots against them.
I get it.
I served a warrant.
The boys are gonna get going. Nate Caddy will kick 4 this weekend. Zack Merit's just been offered a contract extension, boys. The club is going. I'm telling you. What about that though? It's been a big turn of events. Obviously, was the rumours to Hawthorn. It's been all over the media. Loved your work on telly the other night. You were going back and forth. I love that one. But Essendon, they've taken a page out of the movie La La Land. If you love them, then let them go.
Well, if you're going to offer...
I don't understand what you put on the run sheet, but I read it perfectly. So whoever did the run sheet, go yourself.
If you write it down, I have to see it.
Essendon Football Club need to take a page out of the movie La La Land. If you love them, let them go.
Yes, so they do need to take a leaf and maybe let him go rather than trying to keep him there.
Maybe the run sheet was fine. I'll take that back. I'll go myself.
Oh, boy.
So you're saying you boys reckon they shouldn't offer him that?
I just don't understand. Like, if he signs with Essendon, it'll be one of the great backflips of all time.
But he's one of their best players.
He's their best player by a mile.
Exactly, so keep him there.
Player.
But if he's already said that he wants to leave for more success, and then if he stays, you'll probably sign for less cash than if he goes elsewhere. And obviously, money isn't everything, but, well, it is for you. And for to then have success, like from what you saw at the Bombers, he turns 31 in October. So coming into next year, he's obviously that age. What's he got, 3 or 4 years left in him? You couldn't honestly tell me that you think Essendon are winning a flag within 4 years.
Well, they're definitely finishing above Collingwood this year. So, I in all seriousness, though, I think one club player is something that we all wanted to be until you get thrown out the door. So, I reckon he wants to be a one club player and he wants to be at Essendon to play finals. And if he leaves, then it's going to be harder. If he stays and they put some troops behind him, like Zach Butters is obviously going to be talked about later in the year. There's a lot of free agents and some big opportunities to get big dogs in the building.
So if say put yourself in his shoes, you've wanted away, you said you want to go, it didn't quite go to plan, you come out and you're going to put a season together where you're going to be the best player by a mile in a side that's probably not going to be that good, clearly not playing finals. And then...
Well, that's what you think. I still think
But then say a Hawthorn comes back or whoever it is that's up the top who looks like they're going to challenge for at least the next 3 years, you sign for $300,000 more at a different club with the chance of success. Like, I just don't see a world where Zach backflips on what he's come out and said and how your mind could shift that much.
Let's talk. I'm going to sort of isolate it. So we talk about the Essendon Footy Club. They have every right and they should offer him more money because he's a star and they need to. They have to because he's the most influential player on that list. So, yes, they'll offer him a very tidy extension with a lot of money behind it with Zach. And I don't think he got enough kudos for the summer he had and then to come out and perform like that against a team that was absolutely thrashing them, to still have his 32, be their best player by a street. There's something that, that makes him tick, that he's such a competitor that he can go through another, treacherous off-season to try and get to a new club and still be successful. But if he's after money and he's comfortable with that and he thinks that Essendon...
I think it's more success, though, than cash.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
But
that's
you're going to get extra money as well. He's like, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me that he wouldn't stay.
But the question here that you just said is, should Essendon offer him more money? And of course, you want to keep him.
Yeah.
So I think from Essendon's point of view, fight like hell to try and keep him on your list because he's the most important, most influential. He's going to win your best and fairest again. You need your best players playing.
Make him the 7-time equal most in club history.
Which is extraordinary in terms of his standing in that club. But if you're Zach and you've got that intestinal fortitude to continue to play at the quality that he is, I'd still explore your options.
Let's revisit this in 10 weeks. I think they can get going. They've got enough there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and if they get going, then this conversation becomes more exciting, doesn't it?
Like you're emotionally attached to this, which I love.
Well, not really.
But you are. But
it's a North Melbourne thing as well.
Let me finish. You got a bit of heart in this, which is fantastic. And hopefully that Zach may have a bit of heart in this and want to be that one club player. We don't know. He has searched for a different club like we mentioned. But there's an emotional side to this as an Essendon supporter that you want him to be there.
Yeah. You're in La La Land yourself.
No, but I like that because it's a real argument.
You're thinking with your heart.
There's not that much emotion here. It's just more that I think that he's decided he wants to be there.
Shell of yourself from a wedding, and it's
I'm feeling fresh. 31 years old is not. Everyone talks about age. Just talk about output. Don't worry about age. You can play till 37. Look, how old's Pendles?
42.
There you go. So he's got another 11 in him. So I don't think we have to talk about the age. I know you're turning the piss, but Pendles is still moving very well. Modern medicine, he'll be fine. So you're saying move on from Merit or keep him, boys?
I'm saying I don't see a world where Zach stays.
I'd say do everything in your power to keep him.
I agree with Wal. Well, speaking about something else that I can't think of a transition word, so we'll just bring it up, is the Inglewood Aces Run Club.
And you're telling me you're fresh.
The host is rattled. The host is rattled. Wal will be hosting soon because Wal's good at it. No, in all seriousness, the Inglewood Aces Run Club, it's free coffee. It's going to be a 3K track. There's going to be activations. There's going to be, the boys are going to rock up. Daisy, hopefully you're there. Wal's definitely there. There's going to be plenty of talent, but also activations, as I said. It's going to be a fun, friendly, social kind of outing. We want to see as many people there. We do put our, blood, sweat, and tears into all these podcasts, getting everyone together in this room. There's 7 or 8 right here now. But we want to see people. We want to see you come down, have a little trot. It's free coffee. Inglewood's putting on free coffee. We'll put the poster on our social media, but we would love to see you there. We're aiming for 1,000 people. I think there's 200 signed up already. So hit that link in our bio on Instagram, sign up, come down, have a trot, 3K track. Even if you want to walk, even if you don't want to do it, just have a free coffee. Just get around us. We're going to be there. There's going to be a little roaming mic. We'll do a bit of content for the pod, but it's going to be fun. And I'm really excited to do it. And I'm hoping it works well, because with this stuff, if it goes really well, we'll do another one in 10 weeks. But if it doesn't, then we'll put it in the. We'll just save it for the golf day.
But bring your family members, bring your mates. It's about getting
your pets.
Bring your pets. Bring whoever you want to bring.
Bring everyone.
Oh, that's enough from you boys. We're going to throw to a break, and when we come back, Wal, you've got your top 3 penny stocks, so don't go anywhere.
Oh, turn it up.
Got a leg in your same-game multi that's lacking heat? This AFL season, try out Pointsbet's new Pull 'em feature, which lets you remove a leg from your multi before the start of the third quarter. That's right. With Pointsbet, you can keep the fire alive in your same-game multis. Just pull them and adjust your bet before the start of the third quarter. Only available on Pointsbet. Yeah, that's built different. What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Oh, thanks for that, Shaq. We love our Pullman. We'll be having another play on our Thursday night game with Sydney heading over here for the Hawks tonight. But Wal, you know a thing or two about cash, so I want you to play our new segment, Wal's Top 3 Penny Stocks.
Now, before we start, I'm not a financial advisor. I just thought I'd take that.
But you got a heap of cash, so you probably should listen.
know a couple of things. But
You look like-
when
you
we
look
are,
like the
when you
couch.
go, what do
Imagine
you
if
do?
You got the socks, and if you put my pants on, the bloke would actually disappear, and it just looked like a big head of pubes.
Thanks for that, Daisy. Thanks for the really warm welcome into this segment. However,
for the penny stocks.
for those who are beginning their investment journey, you're always looking for the pearl, the one that's undervalued, you invest in, that gives you maximum return. That's what you're looking for.
I've always said it.
They've always said it. The perm. The perm. What this segment's about is what players in the competition are currently getting paid under what their value is to the team. And there's a couple of honourable mentions that will have to go from off the top. You guys can stop laughing at any point here.
Pushing on this.
I'm going to keep pushing on. But honourable mentions to Nicky Dacos. Now, look, he's well paid. We all know that. He's on around it's reported that he's on $1 to $1.1 million. But to be the best player in the competition and not to be the highest paid, there's question marks on that over that.
Not even close, like 900 grand off.
900 grand off. So he should be nearly on double what he's currently getting paid. But he obviously loves Collingwood, is there through and through, but interesting to see where he ends up in a couple of years. And the second honourable mention is Jagger Smith. Now, there's a caveat here. He's a second-year player. But if you look at their performances over the start of the season, you've got Cripps, you've got Walsh. If you talk about what type of money they're on, his output and influence on the game, he's grossly undervalued and underpaid. That'll change in a minute when he goes on to more of a contract basis rather than the stock standard first and second year program. But let's get stuck into it. And we start with the player that you guys might not have come across yet. Now, we talk about the player ratings and our man Daniel Hoyne, great friend of the show, Stats Guru. He was on SEN the other day and he spoke about the top 5 players in terms of their player ratings. Now, you'll know very well that Marcus Bontempelli is number 1 on the list. Second is Ed Richards. 4th is Sam Darcy. These are all Bulldogs, so another plug for my mob. And then Nass comes in at number 5 for the last 20 matches.
Was Gunston around the mark?
No, not quite. Okay. But if I talk about the number 3 player that's not missing,
Nick Dacos?
Not Nick Dacos. It is Max Hall of St Kilda Footy Club. Now, there's only 2 players that have had higher rated games by foot than him in the last 20 matches, in the last 3 years rather, and that's Nick Dacos and Jeremy Cameron. So in terms of his proficiency by foot, he's really important to the way that they're going to operate. Now, he Again, in terms of money, could be anywhere from 200 to 300,000 with match payments. But in terms of the importance for this player going forward, St Kilda are going to depend on him a lot to set them up because they have had some troubles with slicing and dicing through defences. So
he was the first ever St Kilda player to have 25 plus disposals, 6 plus clearances, 3 plus score assists, and 4 plus goals in a game.
he's only played 27 games.
Well, they're going to need those players because they've not overpaid. Well, they're probably overpaid,
There'll be people sitting there like Tommy and I going, how do we not know more about this kid? Top 5 rated over the past 20 games alongside some company that is absolutely elite, upper echelon.
That's where Essendon will be getting on the phone to him and they'll be poaching blokes like that because Saints won't be able to keep these guys.
Yeah. Well,
like, you know what I mean? If he's got that output and then at the end of the year they're out of contract, clubs will just be going bananas. Anyway, keep going on.
So that's he's definitely a pearl.
Yep.
You talk about...
Is he number 1 on your list?
He's number 1 on my list.
Nice.
Right. Number 2. Now, another question to you both. How much would you pay a key forward? It's all Australian. What are they worth in the open market?
1.2.
Why? A lot is on the open market.
Yeah, a lot. So this particular player, all Australian last year, Riley Ilthorpe. It was hard
Thrill
name
seeker.
the thrill seeker. So he signed a 3-year deal at the end of 2024 where he only played 7 games in that year. So in terms of his market value, wasn't as high as it is now. And reportedly, he's on around 650 to 750,000 on that deal. So
if he was free agent or able to be poached right now, like you think about the cash that Oscar Allen got.
What Oscar Allen get?
1.5, yeah. Like $1 million, like nearly $1 million more than the thrill seekers on. That's incredible.
So that's a lot for a player of his caliber and his output and his importance to the Adelaide Football Club. Now, I know it was a 3-year deal and expires next year, so I'm sure they're going to throw the kitchen sink at him to keep him. But in terms of, like I said, an undervalued from a cash point of view, he's number 2 on the list. And number 3, we've spoken a lot about him off the top, but Zack Merit, in terms of the pay packet he's on and what he's going to get offered, I think it's reported that he's going to be offered in the realms of 1.1 to 1.2 from Essendon. But that means that he's probably well below that. And to be the best player in the at that club, to be a 6-time best and fairest, going to be a 7-timer after this season. I just feel his importance and value to that footy club, he should be the highest paid by a long way.
I like it.
Very good.
That's
Wal.
very insightful.
Good. Very good.
Outstanding. What a start. What a start the Walls penny stocks.
I like this segment, and I reckon I would love to keep an eye on Hall. When is he? I'd love to know when he's out of contract because he will start to get his name thrown around if he has any more of those games.
I think they'll sign him up in the next couple of weeks.
The problem is, how do you sign all these guys on massive deals?
There you go.
Because other clubs, like if you're his manager, for example, you'd be saying, let's just hold. Because you're gonna get offers from the clubs that we just mentioned.
Yep.
You know, even Melbourne, he just played Melbourne, so they're going, wouldn't mind him on our team.
He's another one to talk about. So Darcy Cameron obviously became Collingwood's first ruck on a contract that he was on.
Yeah.
It's renewed next year. He's signed a 3-year deal, which is great, and I'm sure he'll be well looked after there. But it was a best and fairest winner within that contract. So in terms of the value of that contract, it probably didn't reflect his output. So, clubs, list managers are really smart about locking in players that they see potential in and trying to get the best outcome for the club to, make salary room cap for that player they're chasing.
I love it, Wal, and we will keep an eye on that because that is bloody interesting stuff. I've got a little one. Chips in is what we're going to talk about, and who, from a footballing point of view, is chips in? Who has to perform this week? Tommy, do you want to kick us off?
I reckon Wal goes because I'm gonna. I've got my one's pretty obvious.
Okay,
Wal, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I'd love to kick off. I'm going to support you there, but St Kilda have to win. Now, they're playing the Giants away. I'm going to name a couple of players. It's tough. So Wilkie, Sinclair, Winhager, they're pulling their end of the bargain. But some players like Higgins, Philippou, Wood, and Caminiti, I think they just need to step up because they're staring down the barrel of 0-3, and then they're up against the reigning premiers in round 4 into a bye. So, look, they're probably going to go in, they're not going to go in favourites next week against Brisbane. This week against the Giants, who are going to respond after a shellacking against the Bulldogs. I think they have to win this one. If they don't win this one, they hit the bye and they're 0-4. There's going to be a lot of pressure going on that club. And we spoke a lot about them in the pre-season.
Yeah.
How is it their turn? Are they going to make a dent in finals? Are they going to be taken seriously? Well, at 0-4 at the bye, can you be taken seriously? So they have to win and they have to get this monkey off their back.
Really well said. Well, I agree with you. And it's going to be, I'm actually flying up for that game. The Pac-Man Cup it is. Toby put it on our man Parko and said, which team do you want to support? And he said he's a Saints man, but He'll go for the winner of the Giants or Saints. So I'm going to be up there. Can't wait to watch it.
Who are you both tipping in that one?
I'm tipping the Giants, but an upset wouldn't surprise me with the midfield depth and all the pressure St Kilda's on.
Who do they tag, Nas? They
don't really tag, which is
a
he's not there though at the moment. He's injured. That's what I thought. If you get a tagger in, it might upset the dynamic.
Our man Maxie Hall's going to have a blind too.
It's just more about can they stop Stringer, Hogan, and I think Cadman might be back.
Who are you chips in on though?
I'm chips in on Essendon because of how disappointing they were against Hawthorn. But I liked how they played up until that 10-minute mark of the second. I've seen the replay of that. But this game's really important. Like if you go to Adelaide and you're playing Port Adelaide on a Sunday and you get smacked and you play really poor, then it's I'm starting to look at a cash out the next week, I reckon, Daisy.
$3 at points, but they are.
Yeah, they are value. And it's more about how they play. If there's a kick in it, no dramas because they're on the road. But I'm all in on that game. If I don't see a different brand or a few learnings from what they saw last week with that forward handball in the back half, maintaining possession, defending a bit better. If I don't see that against a team that just got smacked from North Melbourne, then I'll be really disappointed. That's the one. And the other one I just wanted to mention was North. You get the win. You go on a West Coast. You don't want to go over there with a big head wobble and think this is going to be a shellacking and then get on the back foot at quarter time, be down by 3 goals. So how mature are North? If they're not up at quarter time, I'll be disappointed. I'm just going to keep my eyes on that one as well.
I like it. Daisy? A couple of watches there. Freo are mine. Obviously pretty good against the Cats. 35 points up at one stage there, but the issues came after quarter time where they lost the uncontested ball by 42. They had 50 less marks and 16 less inside 50, so it fell away quick for a side who, one, they set the game up to win. So if you're going to be playing finals and top 4 and locking yourself in, their games you shouldn't be letting slip. So they come up this weekend against the D's at Optus, a nice opportunity just to get the season rolling before they take on Richmond and then the Crows in a couple of weeks' time. So for me, all eyes are on Freo because they need to win this game and win it well, and I think they will.
Well said.
There's some big games this week. Yeah. Which player is set to explode this round, boys? I want to understand who is going to win the inaugural Robbie Naha's Canteen Award, a player that's going to have the biggest impact this weekend.
Well, a little bit of irony here. Big Dick Tracy. I like from Fremantle.
Very nice.
With your words.
Tracy. I think that he can really light it up against the Ds. They were good against the Saints, but if St Kilda were better centre forward with their ball use, they could have sliced and diced. And obviously Big Tracy looks like he's had a great preseason. I've heard him speak. He wants to be the big dog up there. So I expect Josh Tracy to tear that game apart. Wallace, who do you like?
I'm going to Zach Butters v Essendon against your heartfelt mob. He only had the 23 on the weekend against North, and they'll be disappointed with their output, missing that opportunity. But it's his home ground. He's been in the media all week. There's so much speculation around his value, where he's going. He can have the pick of the litter, all that sort of shit chat that he would try and put behind him. But he's a real goer, and I can't wait to tear him to shreds. He's going to kick goals. He's going to get high volume of touches. He's going to break away and be the biggest player this week.
Just on him, do you reckon he's starting to feel the pinch? Not now, but do you think he will with all this media speculation? Because he's the main guy in the media, and he's going to be, and it's round 1. Everyone's already saying a 100% not staying, and you think it's round 1. If Port drops this game, right, and they drop a couple more and they start to look like they're cooked for finals, he is just going to be the talk of the town all year. And that would, how would you think the young player would handle that?
Have to. And even, mate, the coaches at the press conferences are getting asked, would you have him? Where do you rate him? Have you met with him? And there's so much noise in the media surrounding his name that you can't hide from it all. So he'd probably do his best job to just focus on his footy. But like you said, if the team doesn't start to kick on a bit, it's the only thing that we'll associate Port Adelaide's performance with is how'd Zach go and where's he going?
He had a really strong start last week.
Who have you got for the Canteen Award?
I've got Luke Jackson, the big boy. He had 27 disposals last week, kicked a goal, 22 hit-outs. But he comes up against his former side, and big Maxi Gawn, isn't he just red hot? But I reckon Lukey Jackson will want to put up a great performance. I have a feeling they might swing him forward for a little bit just because I reckon there's a good matchup there. Or they might just go head-to-head. Obviously, Big Onions, Darcy in the ruck, pinch hitting. But I just think he is going to have a big impact, and it'll just be a great opportunity for him to kind of show his old team and old teammate who the big dog is. Well, very good, boys. There's the blockbuster games this week, and it is really well dissected by you guys. We're going to throw to our man Shaq, who has the Pullum Friday night cracker with the Dogs heading over to Adelaide, and on the other side of the break, we'll break down our 4-leg Pullum on Thursday night, our Prophet Propeller, and see which club has a crack at hopefully us going 2 from 2. We'll see you shortly.
Oh, turn it up.
Got a leg in your same-game multi that's lacking heat? This AFL season, try out Pointsbet's new Pull'em feature, which lets you remove a leg from your multi before the start of the third quarter. That's right. With Pointsbet, you can keep the fire alive in your same-game multis. Just pull them and adjust your bet before the start of the third quarter. Only available on Pointsbet. Yeah, that's built different.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Very good, Shack Attack. Well, boys, Thursday night football. I think I've been the reason we've lost the last 2, so I need a lift.
You do.
Well, give us your legs then. Give us your legs, because let's get straight to it. We've been red hot and we've pulled the right lever last week, but the problem for me was I went Will Hayward 2 weeks in a row. It's just that Carlton do not score in the second half. He's kicked one in the first half the last 2 weeks. So we've got 2 blockbuster teams on prime time. It should be a cracker.
Yep, I'm going to just keep my first leg pretty simple. Marby or Chol to kick 2 or more.
Nice.
What's that paying?
$1.87. He got plenty of looks last week. Just needs to finish his work.
Fantastic. I'm going Tom Papley, disposal market, 15 plus, $1.83. He was rested for unlimited minutes in the opening round. Had a good game last week, and I think he'll butter up and clear that by straight.
I'm going to go Dylan Moore, 22 plus disposals.
Okay.
I think he'll be getting to work at 24 last week.
So they're sort of our lock legs that we're comfortable with, and now we put a bit of value in, a bit of hot sauce for the pull-em option.
Yeah, unless this pull-em option is hit, then we can look to pull one of the other legs. I'll throw one at you, Weddle goal. It's about $2.25. Kicks them when they need a swing man, they need something to happen. He just goes and plays full forward. Awkward matchup. The other one I had was Mills for 24 or 5. Just think the ball lives down there tonight. I've got the Hawks winning this one.
I've got Jack Ginnivan for 2 plus at $2.60. He had a couple of shots on goal, missed a couple of set shots last round. So, again, he'll get his opportunity. Whether he converts is the question.
I've gone sort of a bit more tactical because I think with Goulden out and Heaney out, somebody's going to need to have a big game who plays mid and can go forward. And then I looked at Chad Warner. 2 or more goals is $3.70.
I don't mind that.
I like that one.
2 goals, and he's good on the G. He loves the G.
And because Heaney's good for 3 or 4 shots, so there's opportunity that's going to present.
I'd rather go for that leg.
Well, it's 370s.
Because if he kicks one in the first half, we leave it. If he doesn't, we can pull it.
Yep. Is that that's the methodology going forward?
Something like that. Yeah.
Who'd you say? Pabley for disposal. So we don't have that'll be good for the way the algorithm works. I like it.
Okay.
Let's lock it in. Benny, can you cook that up, mate? Well, talking about Pull'em and then leading into community, this bloke here that I'm going to join us in a second, I hope it doesn't pull a quad because he's going to do a 24-hour challenge of kicking goals, boys.
Chicken snacks.
And he's doing it for a great cause, and I've got him on the line. Matty Walshy's joining us. Walshy, thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Really appreciate it.
We appreciate what you're doing. I must kick it off. How strong is that right quad? I'd imagine you're a right footer. How strong is it? Because 24 hours of goal kicking, I hope you're on the big Benny Brown long run because that's 1,000 kicks, I reckon. I don't know how you're going to hold up.
I've got pretty big quads and calves, Tommy, so hence why I'm probably doing this challenge and not doing a marathon. So I'm definitely not a marathon runner. I'm probably more of a goal kicker, mate.
And talk about the beginning of this challenge. Where did it stem from? Like, it's not every day you wake up and go, I want to go kick goals for 24 hours. What was the origins of this challenge?
I've always wanted to do something. I've done a couple of 24-hour walks through the Good Bloke Society, and and obviously they raise a lot of money for charities. And I probably wanted to do something on my own, and hence I said, and I see people doing all crazy stuff, marathon running, etc. And I thought, well, why not put something that I've done for 30 plus years and raising money together, and it kind of come up in conversation with a couple of guys at the footy club, and then I probably got too far down the whole wall, and there was no backing out after that, I feel.
What's the charity you're going to be raising the money for?
So there's 4 charities. So we've got Rule, which is prostate cancer, My Room, which is children's cancer, Outside the Locker Room, which is all about mental health and men's health, and then Down Syndrome Victoria. So they're the four,
This is
and they're
fantastic.
pretty
So-
consistent with what we've done previously with the footy club.
Fantastic, mate. Now, just for those who are listening on, how do we donate? How do we get along and support what you're trying to achieve?
Yeah, so with the Instagram page is Kick for Charity 24. So it's pretty simple. And then that has all the information, links, etc. on there. And obviously on the day, if anyone wants to come down, I'll be there for 24 hours. So it can be any time. And a lot of volunteers, and there'll be kind of kids activities as well throughout the day. So more the merrier. And if you want to have a kick yourself or just watch and heckle, that's fine too.
Walshy, we're definitely going to get involved. Where are you going to be exactly? What oval? What day? Give us all the details here on the pod so we can let people know.
Yeah, so it's Friday, 27th of March at 12 p.m. at Crofts Reserve, Altona North. And then obviously finishes at 12 p.m. on Saturday, the 28th of March.
And you speak about you played 30-odd years kicking snags. What's the most you kicked in a year?
In a year, 84, Daisy, and 15 is the most I've kicked in a game. Yeah, so.
15.
What a man.
So have you retired now, or you still having to run around, or?
No, I still play in the over 35 Super Rules, yeah. So, it's still of a reasonable standard, I'd say. You get some ex-AFL players playing, like, Fev was playing for Diamond Valley and Swanee a couple of years ago and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's still at a reasonable standard, but while I can still are still capable, why not?
What's the target, mate? What's your goal in terms of how much funds you want to raise?
200K is the goal. I'm at 36 at the moment. And to be honest, I probably haven't pushed that side of things too much yet. You know what I mean? And there's been a few sponsors jump on board, and My Work Energy Australia contributed 10K the other day, and yeah, so it's just building. Maybe it's out of reach, who knows? But I think you got to set yourself a pretty unique target.
You got to shoot for the stars, mate. But even the awareness that you're raising about those charities is excellent as well. So look, hats off to you. And like you said, you've done some work in the past. So, look, you seem like a top guy, and we can't wait to get behind you. And all the best with it. I'm sure we're going to be checking in again post it, but we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that it's put up in lights, to make sure there's enough awareness that it is happening. And like you said, how to donate and how to support you on your challenge. So, congrats, mate, and all the best from us here at the pod.
I really appreciate you guys are amazing. I follow you. Yeah, it's just pretty cool to be on this now. So, yeah, thank you very much.
200K is the target. Let's get behind our man, Matty Walsh. 24 hours of kicking snags. That is incredible.
Walsh.
Thanks for your time, mate, and all the best with everything else.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it, guys.
And how good. I can't wait to see that one and can't wait to get down there, and support the great man. And talk about supporting local communities. This is our favourite segment, the Prophet Propeller. There's been heaps of entries. Thank you to everyone that got involved. We've seen an extra 20 people enter this one for their local football club. If you haven't entered, just go to our link tree. It's right there. Fill it out as a representative, and your local football club could land on the board like our new team. You ready? Rokewood Grasshoppers, I think they are, Daisy. How good's that? They return this year. They're back on the Propeller. There's 18 teams on there, so good luck to whoever it is. Boys, do you want to spin it now, or do you want to go through our legs first?
Legs first.
I love they've filled it out. They did put the video in, and they said they want to, if we do land, and if it lands on them, they want to buy an electronic scoreboard. Sick of the juniors putting the numbers up and getting it wrong, apparently.
That's outstanding.
A little drive-by
The
for
integrity of the scoreboard's in
Yes.
question every week.
them. Do you want to spin it first or legs first?
Go legs, then spin
What
it.
did we
'cause I
do
love my
last week?
part.
Whatever that works.
Yeah, whatever we did last week, let's repeat it.
Yep.
And whoever went first last week, let's repeat it. So
I'll go first. Did I go first?
let's just go with it.
Yeah.
No, I'll go.
We'll
Yeah.
say we did.
Going to the Gold Coast v Richmond game. Jaden Short had a ripping game last week. Had 29 touches. I'm going for the overs market disposals. 21.5 at $1.80.
Oh, nice.
So we've just crept in there. Gold Coast are going to have plenty of shots at goal. Jaden's a very good kicker inner of the football.
Yep.
So hopefully he has 12 or 13 gimmies, and then just has to find the pill another 7 or 8 times.
Nice, Vol. Daisy?
I am going to the Demons Fremantle game, and I'm going to pick my own line at 18.5. For Freo to cover that is $1.80. They've won their last they've won 3 of their last 4 against the D's by an average margin of 50 points. Freo.
How's that algorithm shoot out that?
Yeah. So I feel like $1.80 at 3 goals.
Look at the confidence we have now. Tommy,
Yeah.
bring it home.
Come
I'm
on.
going to go Sunday again, boys.
Yes.
I'm just loving that last slot.
Are you though?
Yeah.
I feel like it's knocking years off your life.
Yeah, I need that shit. No, I need
It's a
that
free
thrill.
hit.
It's a free hit. I'm going to go to a midfielder who's going to have a massive year this year and has already started well. He's $2.50 for 1 goal, LDU against West Coast Sunday night.
Okay.
We can all just tick those legs, sit back. I was going to go Nick Larkey for 3 at $1.90, but I went, no, I want some juice. I want to get back to the 20,000 type prize money. So I'm going LDU for a goal. He's kicked 3 in the last 5 games he's played, and I think he can kick one.
I like it.
That's massive.
Let's go.
Sunday evening.
And now it's time to spin that propeller. There's some clubs that are starving. They need to just fix scoreboards, get some cash in the door and get goalposts, all that kind of stuff. They're desperate. So,
Give it
boys,
a big rip,
give it a big rip. Here we go.
Here
The
we
Prophet
go.
Propeller.
Can we go 2
for
for
round
2?
2. Here it is. It's spinning. Big wall. It's got a bit of lube on it. It's still going. The winner this week is going to be not the Jets. It's going to be Diamond Creek.
Yes.
Diamond Creek. There you go.
There you go. I think it's the Saints. There you go. New team on the propeller. We'll give the Prez or the representative a call and we'll get you on and we'll get this propeller up and running and see if we can go 2 from 2. What a week, boys. Outstanding stuff. It's just awesome to hit the propeller. Great to get some lads on for a call and you boys are on fire. Well, can't wait to monitor those gems that you spoke about.
Tonight,
especially
Tommy,
Hall.
though, you and I on the hotline, baby.
Oh, yes. We've got to get our man Trots back again.
We've got to get it, everybody. So make sure you get interactive with us because the link will go up.
The memos are what we loved as well. So you can send all these memos in throughout the game and then get your face on the camera, have a chat with me and Daisy straight after the game. Tonight will be much more interesting than watching Carlton. So can't wait for that one.
Who are you tipping tonight?
Hawks by 28.
I can't remember who I've tipped.
I'll just say Hawthorn. MCG Hawthorn Swans.
Hawthorn.
I'll go Hawthorn as well. I'll go 27 points.
We've really finished strong at the end of the podcast. Thanks for everyone's support. We really appreciate you. Obviously powered by Pointsbet and Inglewood Coffee Roasters. We'll see you same time next week. Cheers.